Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Andy. I hope you're all doing really well whenever or wherever in the world that you are. I'm really excited because today I'm going to be filming my September TBR. I'm gonna be honest, I am quite the mood reader. Sometimes, things become unexpectedly available on my Libby app and I have to drop whatever I'm reading to pick that up. And so these lists or like these videos, I'm not sure how regularly these are gonna pop up on my channel because occasionally I'll make a list for a readathon that I'll want to stick to pretty closely. But yeah, like I said, most of the time I'm very, very impulsive with my reading and I really just follow where my heart takes me. I am in a few book clubs, and so typically if there are any must-read books that I have in a given month, it's because it's part of one of the book clubs that I'm in. For the month of September, I'm not completely sure if I'm going to be participating in any read-alongs or readathon games or challenges for the month. So if I decide to participate in some kind of September readathon, I'll probably make a separate TBR video for that specific challenge. All right, so on to the books. At the beginning of the year, back in January, I made a list of 22 books that I wanted to read in 2022. And I've been pretty good about checking those books off slowly but surely. But there are a few memoirs on that list that I have not yet gotten to. And so I do want to try and prioritize some of those books on that list. And so the first book that I hopefully might read / if the mood strikes I will pick up is Know My Name by Chanel Miller, and this is her memoir, and I think it's primarily focused around her experience during the trials regarding the Stanford sexual assault case back in the day. She was known as Emily Doe. I think this is really her opportunity to share her story of what that trial experience was like, but also just sharing her story of her trauma and her journey of healing. And I think a big focus is the power of words and how important they are to her story and to everybody's story. The next book I want to get to is for one of my book clubs that I'm in. This book club is my sisters and some of our family friends, and every month somebody new picks the book. And this month, my brother's girlfriend is the one who selected this book, and she has previously selected some of our favorite reads, and so we're all really looking forward to this one, and that is The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. I read The Wedding List maybe a year or two ago with a different book club that I'm in and really, really enjoyed it. I don't know what it is about, but I'm excited, and I think I'm okay going into it kind of blind. I'm assuming that it's some kind of thriller suspense novel, and we'll see. The next book I'm hoping to get to this month is The Bodyguard by Katherine. And I, again, know very little about the plot other than I do think it's a romance between a person and their bodyguard, and I am here for that trope. So I'm really excited about it. It just became available on my Libby app, the audiobook for it, so I will absolutely be listening to that in the month of September. Another book that I actually started in August and I'm kind of mostly reading and finishing in September is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I have a list of all of these backlisted fantasy series that I want to slowly but surely get to, and Vicious, I think the duology is called Villains, maybe? And so this is book one. Vicious is about these two guys who become friends, sort of, in college, and they are both researching this phenomena where people somehow gain these extraordinary abilities. And so they kind of do all this research and they figure out the formula, if you will, on how people become these extraordinary beings. I don't want to say too much more because I don't want to give anything away. But like I said, I started it a little bit in August and I'm definitely going to finish it in September. It's one of the few books that I am physically reading, so I'm just moving a little bit more slowly than I normally do when I'm listening to the audiobook. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. I love the morally gray characters that this story is centered around. I love some of the side characters, and I'm very, very interested with the plot and just like where this is going. I also think this book already has really unique themes around good versus evil and heroes versus villains. And so I'm really, really enjoying myself and I'm excited to continue this book and probably finish the duology in the month of September. I am in a book club with some of my colleagues at work, and I think we haven't quite decided what book that we're gonna read. I think we're gonna be reading Black Buck by Mateo Askaripour. I think that's how you pronounce it. Again, you'll see the author's name on the screen. I know nothing about this book, but I think this is what we're gonna be reading for this month of September, and so I'm here for it. The only other book that I'm thinking I want to try and get to in the month of September is Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. If you don't know, September is my birthday month. And so this birthday girl wants to read Birthday Girl. I've never read anything by Penelope Douglas before, and so I'm very curious to see how I'm gonna feel. I feel like they write a lot of like forbidden romances, and so I'm really curious to see my overall thoughts after this first read. Alrighty, so those are the books that I am maybe, hopefully, probably gonna read in the month of September. We shall see. I would love to know what your September TBR is. Are there any books that you recently purchased or recently became available that you're really excited to read? Leave those comments down below. As always, I hope you're doing really well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.